Today on Koi's Bistro, we will be making chicken and risotto. I've already cleaned my Cornish hens and I've seasoned them with white salt. However, we are going over it again with Mrs. Dash's garlic and herb mixture, and we want to season every nook and cranny. Don't hesitate to flip that chicken every which way because we want every portion of the meat to be covered and seasoned fully. So lift the skin back, flip it over, lift the leg, lift the arm, do whatever, but leave no piece of chicken unturned. And of course, you're going to do this with both Cornish hens or however many you choose to cook at the time. Now that our hens have been thoroughly rubbed down with seasoning, we're going to place them into another container for them to go in the fridge and marinate for about an hour. But before we do that, we're going to season it with a little bit more Mrs. Dash as well as some chicken powder to ensure that we have a nice crust when we go to sear it, as well as enhance the chicken flavor. These babies are ready for some R&R in the fridge. After an hour, you want to remove your Cornish hens from the fridge and let them sit for 30 to 45 minutes until they come to room temperature. Once our butter is melted, place your Cornish hens skin down in the pan to sear for about 5 to 7 minutes on medium heat. As you can see, a leg tried to escape, so we're just going to tuck that right back in the skin and let that cook. Notice that our Cornish hens are spatchcocked, meaning we removed the spine from it. So what we did with the spine was use that to create our chicken stock, and what we did was add a little bit more of that chicken powder to boost up the flavor as well. We got a nice little golden brown crust. Could be better, but we're working with stovetop because it is summertime and too hot to use the oven. From there, we're going to add a little bit of chicken stock, which I mentioned earlier, cover it up and let that cook for 45 minutes to an hour. Now we are going to prep our risotto. So to start that off, we are going to finely dice our white onion, but if you have a shallot, feel free to use that. It is highly recommended. Now, I thought I had my camera rolling, but unfortunately I did not. However, in another pan, we are going to melt down 2 tablespoons of butter and saute our onions, followed by adding 1.5 cup of arborio rice. Our rice is toasted and has absorbed the butter, so now we're going to add 1.25 cup of our chicken stock and give that a good mix until it's absorbed into our rice. After chicken stock has been absorbed into the rice, you're going to add more little by little, repeating these steps for 20 to 25 minutes until your risotto looks like this. At this time, you want to turn off your heat and add a tablespoon of butter. Now, normally a risotto calls for cheese, but in this case, we won't be using any. This step is optional, but if you'd like, add some freshly ground black pepper, and no salt will be necessary because we've already salted our chicken stock. Almost at the final stretch because now it is plating time. Anytime you're plating risotto, remember to give the plate a nice little smack. That way you create more surface area to bed your protein. To finish our plating, we will be topping off our Cornish hens with the reduced chicken stock in which they cooked in. I know, our plating could be a little bit better, but...
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Bon appetit, it is time to eat. Feel free to give this recipe a try. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more.